Hello, what is happening, confidence givers? Happy Monday, March. Can you believe it? We are in March, guys. Drop March in the comments if you are blown away by the fact that we are already in the third month of 2022. Super exciting. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. Hope it's a little bit warmer by you where it is by me. I have snow on the ground right now, which kind of sucks. I'm not going to lie. Um, but that's all good. It is all good. I am here. I am really excited about today's training because it's kind of going to be about a little two-part training about stories, okay? When we learn to craft our perfect story is when we are going to start to sell more. And what I want to also talk about is stories that you can put in your stories in Facebook, in Instagram, in whatever. Okay. So here's the thing with stories, guys. If you struggle with stories, put stories in the comments. Say, hey, let me know where it is you guys are coming in from. And happy Monday. I see people are now jumping on. Okay. So how many of you guys have ever heard the expression facts tell, stories sell? Okay. It is so true. And right now within social media, we have the opportunity to be creating amazing stories. Okay. What I want you to realize is that people don't buy they don't buy your products, they buy from you. Okay. So the more that we can start to share our stories with people, the more sales we are starting to get. Hey, Melanie, how are you? So good to see you on here. Okay, so we're going to craft perfect stories today. We're going to learn how to craft a perfect story. All right. So make sure you guys are sharing this out with your teams. If you share it out, put share in the comments so we can give you a shout out. But I want to help you craft your perfect story. Okay. Now, there's two types of stories. There is your life story that you are going to be telling to everybody, right? Whenever you talk to somebody about your business. And then there's the stories that you share throughout your day. And this has been really hard for me. I'm going to start with the stories that you share throughout your day. Okay. Hey, Lisa, how are you? The stories that you share throughout your day are in your Facebook stories. Okay. And this is hard for me because I'm not a reality TV girl. If you guys are a reality television person, put reality TV in the comments. Okay. Because what social media is it's reality TV, right? And how many people watch reality TV? Like millions of people love watching reality TV. And so what I find hard is because my life honestly is not so exciting. Like I do my work, I take care of my kids. Once in a while I go out with my girlfriends, but that's my life and my husband, right? However, when we can let people into our lives is when they feel like they create that like, know, and trust factor. Okay. In stories is where you can create that like, know, and trust factor, right? So when you are posting, I'm going to talk a little bit about social media posting. When you are posting on Facebook or you're posting on Instagram, you only want to do 1 to 2 posts a day maximum on your Facebook newsfeed. Okay. Put 1 to 2 in the comments. Okay. That's how many Facebook posts you are supposed to be doing every single day on your Facebook main page. Okay. On your wall on Facebook. Now, where you're doing your selling is in your stories, right? So in your stories is where you are sharing all of the information, not only about yourself, but about the products you sell, about the opportunity, right? And so you need to be making sure that every single day you are posting in your stories, okay? Now, what are the types of posts that you share in your stories? You talk about your day. You are living a reality TV show. I want you to think about that a little bit, right? Think of change the mentality. You are living a reality TV show type of personality up on social media because people want to know about you and your day. What are the things that you like? What are the things that you dislike? They want to feel like they know you. And that is the quickest way to that like, know, and trust factor that is going to get people to buy your products and to create that trust, right? So, for example, last night I posted, I was making dinner. I hate cooking, guys. I hate cooking, right? How many of you guys love to cook? How many of you hate to cook, right? I hate cooking. It has now become, I think it's really been more of like a COVID thing when we like couldn't eat out or anything like that. And I was cooking all of the time, right? And so I hate cooking. So I posted about my dinner and hating cooking. Everybody now knows because I posted it multiple times how much I actually dislike cooking, to the point where I have somebody that now cooks for me and I have no shame inviting her, paying her extra money to cook for me and my family several times a week. Okay. So that is something that's about me. I am letting you guys, my audience, my tribe, into my struggles, my wins, my hates, my loves, all of that. And then what happens is I am building that trust so that when I go and I promote something, people are like, oh, I love Julie. She's amazing. I trust her. If she says it's good, I'm going to go and buy. Okay. I want to go and do what Julie's doing. I'm going to go and join her team because they feel like they know me through my stories. Okay. Does this make sense, guys? You need to kind of take off the curtains of your life and share it with your audience so that they get to know and trust and like you. Now, some of you might be saying, well, I don't have a very big audience, Julie. That's okay. Guess what? I didn't either when I first started, right? It takes time. It takes consistency. It takes connecting with people. But when you start to create a brand, one of those brands is you. And you need to be sharing your life, your stories inside of Facebook story and Instagram story. Now, here's a hack, okay? You can connect your Instagram stories to your Facebook stories. You can connect your Instagram posts and stories into your Facebook posts and stories, okay? Just Google how to connect Instagram stories to Facebook stories. So you don't need to create multiple stories in two different platforms, okay? So there is a hack for you. So now what do? I upload my stories into Instagram first because Instagram allows you a swipe up feature. Instagram allows you to transcribe your stories when you're doing a video. And so I like the features better in Instagram. And so Instagram, I will post on Instagram first, my stories, and then it automatically uploads into my Facebook stories because there's two different audiences. Okay, that's the key to stories, is letting people into your life. And I know you guys probably are like me and you're like, I got nothing to share. What in the world do I have to share? Who wants to see it? So I feel you. I feel the same way. But I got to tell you, when I am scrolling through my stories, I get captivated by people's videos. Okay. So make sure you are doing videos because it is going to captivate people to watch what you have to say. Okay, so put videos in the comments if you can commit to doing one video a day in your stories. Okay, share your life. I just did a video right up here before I came on. It took me all of 2 minutes. And I shared with everybody my new office. I got a new chair. I got my backdrop. I showed you guys my whole office. Okay. I committed to making videos because you guys want to see my life, right? How many of you guys feel like you know me? Raise your hand in the comments if you feel like you know me because of my videos, because of these lives over here, because I have shared with you my life. How many of you guys feel like you know the Julie Reynolds, Bella, like now, like I post I do a video on TikTok and everybody's like, oh, there's Bella, right? And then I do, like my kids, like, my kids' names, right? You feel like and like me because I have shared my life with you. And honestly, I'm a work in progress. It's something that I need to get better at, right? I don't understand it because I'm not a reality TV show person. Like, I don't watch reality TV personally. So I don't get the allure of people wanting to see my life. But I know that when I share my life with you guys, it absolutely, people enjoy it. Okay. And I have never had a more booming business than I have right now. Okay. So Melanie is raising her hand. Stacy is raising her hand. Wanda, I do a video a day. Yes, feel like we should have coffee together. See, do you guys know what I'm saying? Like, there are people that I've never met. I'm like, you are my best friend. You are my best friend. I love you. And I've never even met them before. You know what I mean? But I feel like I know them because I see them on social media and they share things with me, right? That is the feeling that you want to create for your audience. And the way that you do that is through your stories. Okay. Lisa says, how do you do a video in stories? Lisa, it's really easy. All you need to do is you need to, hold on, I'll show you. So if you're in Instagram over here and you click on the picture right here, see, these are my stories. And then up at the top, there's like a black little plus sign. You hold the plus sign right over here and you just start recording. And it's going to start recording. And this is why I love Instagram, because I can do multiple clips at one time. On Facebook, you can only do like a 2-second clip, and then you got to restart the whole thing. On Instagram, it kind of keeps rolling over and it'll show up on different clips. Okay. Diane says, you're my best friend. Thank you, Diane. I appreciate it. So am I saying that stories are more effective than posts? Yes, I really think stories is where you can do your selling. You could do a sales thing every single day. You could take your products. You can make a video of you taking your products. You can do some posts about some before and afters in your story. Stories are where the gold is, okay? Value and inspiration is what I post on my main page. Stories is where I do my selling and I create that like, know, and trust factor 10 times more because I can post multiple stories a day in my stories. I can't do that on my Facebook. It's going to get zero reach. So you want to be creating your stories multiple times a day. Guys, if you're getting value, please make sure you share this with your teams. If you've gotten some like aha light bulb moments, it means that people need to hear this. So share it out. And if you share it, press submit share, like I can't even talk. Type share in the comments. Let me know so that I can shout you out for the share because I appreciate it. Guys, this is where the golden nuggets are in your stories. Okay. Now, Tita says, but when I look at who viewed stories, I only see people I know and the same people. I know, Tina, because you've got to create, and there are people that are viewing your stories. What you have to think about, Tina, is your stories are not to help you grow your audience. Your stories are to help you connect with your audience, okay? You need to be growing your audience, however, which way. Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, TikTok Reels, whatever it is. That's how you grow your audience. And then you're creating this like, know, and trust tribe through your stories. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? So you're not going to grow your audience through your stories. You're growing your audience through your other avenues, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, however it is. That's how you're growing it, but you're nurturing it in your stories. Okay. Sorry, excuse me. I get excited. So this is what you want to do. You want to create stories of your life. You want to sell your products and stories, and you want to create that moment in time. okay? A good story starts with a moment in time, okay? So you can create this story. This is like your company story, and then you've got your product story, okay? These are separate. This is not like stories for Facebook. I'm moving away from stories from Facebook, Instagram. I'm talking about how to craft your story, okay? Does that make sense? So we're like kind of shifting over here. Because what happened was is I was going to do how to craft your perfect story. And maybe what I'll do is next week I'll do crafting your perfect story, and we'll just focus. Let's do that. Sorry, I'm all over the place today. Let's just keep talking about Facebook stories, and then next week I will talk about how to craft the perfect story, okay? So let's do that. So yes, Facebook stories are for connecting. Instagram stories are connecting. And this is what you need to be doing. You see who watches your stories, okay? You can see. So when you click on a story and I look at my stories, I can see 161 people watched my post yesterday, right? And I can scroll through and it's showing me everybody that watched my post. I'm seeing people that love my post. I'm seeing people that have commented on my post. Guess what? Those are now people that you can continue to connect with. I often say, thank you so much for watching my stories. How are you? I appreciate it. What's going on? And I'm starting the conversation because as network marketers, we're professional conversation starters, right? And people are looking at your stories. So connect with them. Don't just post a story and then be like, oh, okay, I'm going to sit back and wait for the orders to keep plugging in. No, you're going to see that if you post multiple stories a day, there are people that are staying till the end. Those are red hot leads for you because they didn't swipe to the next person. They watched all of your stories. Those are hot leads that you need to be then connecting with because they watched your story from the start until the end. Okay, guys, does this make sense to you? Is this sounding like, oh my God, yes, I get it. I get it. Okay, you need to then go and create those conversations because you're creating the like, know, and trust, but you've got to take it to the next level. You've got to then go and connect with those people. Do not wait for people to connect to you always, because you're going to be sitting there twiddling your thumbs. I literally build my entire business inside of Messenger. That's what I do. I connect with my audience, I talk to people, and I am a problem solver. Maybe I don't have a problem to help them solve, but I'm going to let them know that I'm here, that I'm watching them, that I'm here to support them any way that I can. Okay? This is what you're supposed to do in your stories. So you can sell every day in your stories, but do not sell every day in your main page. That's not going to work for you. Okay? Now, somebody says to me, what is the difference between stories and reels? Okay. Reels are short form video. You can upload them into your stories, but it's a separate feature that Facebook and Instagram just rolled out to compete with TikTok. Okay. It's not the same. It's not the same. Facebook Reels is a way to grow your audience because you're going to start to get followers. Now, here's the interesting piece about here's the interesting things about Facebook and Instagram Reels. I have over 70,000 followers on TikTok. My TikTok videos blow up most of the time. Knock on wood, right? I'm very successful with my short form video over on YouTube or over on TikTok and YouTube. My Instagram, Facebook stories, when I repurpose those, they don't do as well, whatever reason. But I know people that have gotten hundreds of thousands of followers over on Facebook and Instagram by creating reels. So now you've grown your followers. Now you share your life inside of stories. Does that make sense, guys? Like you're taking this idea of creating funny, entertaining, informational videos, sharing your life through video, and then you're connecting with more people, and then you're making your stories. They're two totally separate things. Melanie is dropping some flames. She's saying, yes, it makes sense. Teresa's saying, Julie is awesome. Oh, thank you, Teresa. I appreciate it. Guys, I hope that this is helpful. I want you guys right now to take a picture of me right here, post it in your stories and say, awesome training, and tag me in your video and tag me in your story. So I'm going to post right now. Everybody take a picture. Post it in your stories. This is letting people know that you're into your business, that you are doing what you're supposed to be doing, that you are connecting with your audience, right? That you are listening to trainings, that you are doing these things. This is where you are going to connect with your audience. Tina says, very informative. Good, Tina. I'm so glad to hear that it's been helpful and has provided value for you. Tag me in your stories. Tell me. I'd love to be tagged, right? Tag people. I just tagged my designer who helped me design my my office. She's a good friend of mine. I tagged her in it. Okay? Tag people in your stories. Now here's my last golden nugget for you. Are you ready for it? Put a poll in your stories and put music in your stories. Use the tools that Facebook or Instagram provide for you, because here's the thing. How many times have you gotten a notification that says somebody just posted, or let's say Julie just posted a story with music, or did you vote in Julie's story? I'm getting a ton of notifications like that on Facebook. How many of you guys have gotten notifications like that? Raise your hand if you've gotten notifications that say so-and-so has made a story with music, or so-and-so have you answered their poll, right? Guess what that means? It brings people to your page. So use the tools, use the enhancements to make your stories that much more engaging. Put a poll in there. Put a music in there. Put a GIF in there, right? Make your stories creative and use the tools that Facebook and Instagram have put there for you so that you can drive more people to your stories. And that leads to more connections, more conversations, more behind the scenes in Messenger when you do all of those things. Okay? So here's your homework for today. Or this week, I should say, or for life. I mean, let's be honest. Go and create some stories. When you get off of this training, you have two choices. You can take this training and be like, that sounded really good. I just listened to 22 minutes of training. I'm going to go and do X, Y, and Z. Or you can say, okay, I just got off of this training. I am going to go and start creating my stories. I'm going to go and make an effort to connect to my audience every single day with multiple stories, videos, music, polls, whatever it is, multiple times a day. Okay? Start connecting with more people. All right, guys, hashtag value in the comments if this has been helpful for you. Next week, I don't want to like totally confuse you. So next week, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you how to craft your perfect story. So if you want to learn how to craft your perfect story, make sure you tune in next week because I'll be there to help you with that. No, Lisa, you can do lots of stories a day. Lots and lots of stories a day. Okay? All right, guys. Thank you, Wanda, for the tag. I appreciate it. Melanie says massive value. Teresa says hashtag value. Tina says hashtag value. Awesome. I love you guys. Have an amazing day. And I will see you next week when we talk about crafting our perfect story. All right. Bye, guys.